So the sad thing about this is like I remember during the whole Raisa Khan saga was the first time that people, or at least for me, I looked at WP, I'm like, oh shit, they're not as steady a ship as I thought. It always felt like they were together, like solid, like it's almost like weird why they don't have a bigger place in parliament.
Yeah.
Then when you see the cracks, and as much as you can like Pritam Singh and all, when you see the whole 9 hours, or if you listen to our podcast, you can see like certain things he also said. I'm like, dude, how does that make sense? Even to the layperson.
Yeah.
So when this comes up also, it feels like, wow, it doesn't give the how you say the assurance that things are all and well within the party and that's what I feel like. I mean, the party expelling also, it feels like, oh really, there was nothing else that could be done internally to sort this out first.
Yeah, but like they said, they had a disciplinary committee that I think Daniel Goh refused to meet with them and all that, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they tried to do the whole like, let's make a Yakun coffee. And he said, no, I don't want to. I'm not eating kaya toast.
I don't want kaya toast.
I'm a cup-free diet or whatever. Then they're like, oh, what else can they do? How else to get you out to talk?
Yeah, because expulsion just like that, quite all of a sudden is like, oh, it's quite far down the line
Because you think about it, the idea of expulsion, it's you could just like not engage with the person anymore, right? I guess.
Yeah.
But the act of expelling is like, you're like, whatever this guy says from now on, I don't want to be associated.
Yeah, cannot be associated.
So it's that kind of, it's that extreme a measure as opposed to just letting someone fade into the sunset. Okay, he said he's retiring from politics, he probably won't comment much. Even if he comments once or twice, doesn't matter. Then you just let them ride off in the sunset. But when you expel them, it's like, you literally think that this person, whatever he says, could be a potential threat, right?
Yeah.
To the image of the party. So yeah, that's how serious a matter it is. It's not just your membership has run out, and if you don't spend $50 by this date, your membership will be renewed.
It's like kind of like giving or like giving or getting less work at your job.
Yeah.
And then kind of you deciding, okay, I'm done, or like you being fired,
Yeah. Correct,
you being fired is like, wow, it's just saying you fucked up and you need to go
Yeah. And it's like quiet quitting versus like convening a disciplinary committee to look into what you did, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah. And I mean, the sad thing is that the only things that we as lay people can latch on to is things that are recorded in public. There might be really good reasons why WP has no choice but to expel him.
Yeah.
There might be really good reasons why any party would have no choice but to expel him. But we will never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. And that's the thing about politics, which is always a bit disconcerting. In the sense that you can understand why they can't disclose everything. But when you don't disclose everything, then people talk.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it just feels like, another piece of news came out today is that 4 parties are probably going to form an alliance to contest in the next election.
Yeah.
And then the comments that you see people chattering online is like, oh wow, this is going to be a clown show, And it just feels like, hey, fuck, guys, no, like the opposition is an important part of Singapore politics. We need something that is credible and legitimate. Then it just feels like Singapore politics is just drama after drama after drama. Right, there's Ride Out, there's this, there's like 4 parties, then even our next topic. So it just feels like, I mean, granted that this is not like earth-shattering news.
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't see that many people chatting about it, especially it was just before the long weekend.
Yeah, correct. But what do you think about the idea of being allowed to question the leadership in public? Like if you saw, would you see this happening with PAP, for example?
No, I think PAP cannot.
Cannot.
I think PAP, like the only times where you think that, oh shit, there's some dirty laundry or something, they always curb it. I think that's their superpower. The moment someone is going a bit wayward or there's getting some backlash, I remember like Ivan Lim, when he had all those things come out during the election, within 1 week, boom, thrown into the bag.
Yeah.
Like just cut him off, move on. And I think that is the part that you can argue that, hey, where got transparency there?
Yeah.
But in the theatrics of politics, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So, don't know, like this one, it's is not good because ultimately it just reflects that the party is to expel. I don't know how often people get expelled from political parties also.
Yeah. And I don't know. We don't know the criteria, right? If there's a certain criteria they need to meet, like maybe like some presence at meetings and stuff like that also. Some KPI.
Yeah, I think definitely got, because I know in Japan, Japanese parliament there was a YouTuber who recently got expelled for never turning up to a single parliament session.
Correct.
And then this is just bringing back like memories of how like Raisa Khan, who at one point was like the bastion of like the new age youth.
Yep.
And then now it's like everything is just trickling over. It's like it just like it was the thing that exposed the crack lah.
Yeah.